Hey guys, just a quick one tonight. It's been a while, but I am coming back. Just wanted to begin with a nice, easy, quick video because this is so damn good. Now, I'm sure you've all seen the balanced data slate. There's a lot to talk about, but all we're going to talk about tonight is the Armour of Contempt. The Armour of Contempt! It's so good. I'm so happy this rule exists. I haven't made a video for a long time, of course, but I would have done at least one video by now complaining about the absolute insane, unreasonable abundance of AP-1 weaponry that's out there these days, making life too hard for Marines, and in my case, Car Space Marines. The Armour of Contempt. It is a rule that shouldn't have to exist, but it is a rule that needed to exist, and I don't think it's necessarily going to break the game in any way, and that's kind of the best thing with this type of rule. It's always a worry, I feel like, for developers or fans or whoever, they know they have a problem, they need to fix it, and they think, well, if we do this fix, it might kind of flip too hard and break the game. I don't think this is going to. It's a really good rule. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll probably put a picture on the screen. But basically, all Space Marines now, so Sanctic, Heretic, Normal Adeptus, that sort of thing, they worsen the AP by 1 from any incoming attack. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, it should be said that it doesn't stack with certain things. If you already have a Storm Shield and that sort of thing, for example, it doesn't count. However, it's not the same as getting a bonus to your save. So if you're in cover, it works if you're in cover. And if you're 1,000 Suns Rubric Marine and you've got All is Dust, then you get your +1 save too. So a Rubric Marine actually benefits more than some other units because he gets his -1 AP coming in, and also +1 save if it's damage 1. So they actually benefit quite a lot from this. But man, I'm not going to go on too much with tirade, but the amount of AP-1 that's out there these days is insane. They just began slapping it all over everything, every single thing that comes out. To a degree it was okay to begin with. Necron, Gauss Blasters, that sort of thing, that's fine. Tau Pulse Rifles, I get it, that sort of thing. But it's everything. It's any old bit of crap nailed to a bit of wood, an Orc Chopper, +1 attack, AP-1, a Zangor Blade, a bloody Fantasy Dagger, just AP-1, +1 attack, Hormagaunt Talons, just a bit of chitin coming out of its bloody arm, that's -1 AP and +1 attack. Everywhere, on every single thing, shurikens, everything. Now, it gets to such a ridiculous degree. I'm sure there are games out there that I've both played myself and played against people where I or them haven't made an actual 3+ armor save all game because every single weapon is at least AP-1. That's all you choose to take. If I'm playing my friend Space Marines, I'll have Reaper Chain Cannons, I'll have Heavy Bolters, Hades Autocannons, Normal Autocannons, everything. AP-1, it's in the list, or AP-2 or more. And likewise, straight back, it's, Bolters have got Tactical Discipline, all this stuff now, so they're AP-1 from the tactical phase onwards. Everything's AP-1. It's just all over the place. You get charged by something, of course it's AP-1, whether it's a chainsaw or something else. It's just too much. It's too much. And Marines are just taking 4+ armor saves basically all game or worse. I was annoyed a while ago. I played a game. I was using World Eaters. I had Berserkers, and I was getting punched to death, literally punched to death, by Sisters of Battle with AP-1 fists because of whatever order they had. It made them -1 AP when they charge, heroically intervene, or consolidate or some crap. And it was ridiculous. Losing 4 Berserkers on a 4+ roll to these bloody Sisters of Battle, it was ridiculous. Okay. And obviously it's good for Terminators and stuff too. It's not just power armor technically. I'm pretty sure it affects Terminators and also vehicles. And that's pretty amazing actually, because again, it was quite easy to hose down people's vehicles, rhinos and that sort of thing, with just mass heavy bolters, autocannons and that sort of thing. It was a bit much. To a degree, I will miss something like getting a nice Berserker charge with chain axes off against somebody else's tank. That's going to suck a little bit. But on the flip side, I will make a video about this separately. You've had armies like Tau recently. Essentially being AP-2 off the bat because Pulse Rifles are AP-1. They're obviously within Montcar range turn 1, so that's another AP-1. You're just getting hosed down. Your Space Marines down to 5+ armor saves. effortlessly most of the time these days. So, and in this case, the Tau actually lost their Montcar -1. So, your Space Marines on, a net average, if you're playing Tau, your Space Marines have gone from making 5+ armor saves against basic Fire Warriors, even from turn 1 onwards, because again, with Montcar, they're really fast. You've gone from making 5+ armor saves to 3+ armor saves again. So it's a small change, but it's a really heavy one. I do think it's going to have a good bonus for the game. Like I said at the beginning, I don't think it's going to suddenly break the game. I don't think you're going to see Marine armies, suddenly at the top places in tournaments and that sort of thing. It's still going to be, filthy Xeno nonsense with Harlequins and Tower and whatever, but it's definitely just not going to leave you wondering why you're paying probably something like 10 points a model for your 3+ save power armor or your 2+ save Terminator armor, even though you really never get to use it. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I definitely feel that way. It's always annoying when you see people in the comment section. You dare to complain about Space Marines or Chaos Space Marines or something, and you've always got people going, "Oh, you've got toughness 4, 2 wounds, 3+ armor saves, the toughest base troops in the game," and all that sort of stuff. And you go, well, no, I don't, because maybe I do, but you've got an Orc boy. He's 9 points. He's got 4 attacks at -1 AP. Strength 4, it's not really a 3+ armor save. It's I'd never get to take my 3+ armor save most of the time. I feel like I barely ever get to make 3+ armor saves. There's always at least -1. And it's just, you pay for it, and that's the point of your army. Fundamentally, if you're playing Space Marines, the point of your army is everything has a 3+ armor save, and it's quite tough, and it gets to make armor saves. But I just feel like it's become too much of a crutch for Games Workshop. They just slap AP -1 on everything. Whatever the new unit is, even if it's a basic troop, AP -1 at least, for no reason. Other than it can kill Space Marines now because it's AP -1. Good, but I feel like the Xeno armies, particularly that have all been coming out recently, it feels like they're almost tailor-made for Marines sometimes. And as much as I've enjoyed playing my Tau a couple times, a bit of a meme list, just sweeping armies away with my Tau. It shouldn't really be how it is. I think that Marines should be able to be properly tanky on the table, and this is a really good change. I don't know when I'm going to play my Chaos Space Marines again. Don't know whether it's going to be another game in 8th edition or whether I might not play them again until 9th. Depends how long it takes to come out. But I will definitely say that I'm excited to start playing them on the table again and just see how this all goes. It's not going to make Chaos Space Marines good, 1 Boon Troop Infantry Chaos Space Marines, but I'm interested to see how it fares for my tanks, especially Demon Engines. They're pretty useful anyway. One of the better things we've got. And then, from there, maybe Terminators, give them a try. Maybe one thing I'm slightly concerned about is the leaks for the Chaos Space Marines Codex, if you've seen them. The Iron Warriors trait, I believe it was, fundamentally something like AP -1 becomes nothing and AP -2 becomes AP -1. So essentially that with this Armour of Contempt, that element of their Legion trait is worthless. Basically, it's not going to do anything because the Armour of Contempt already does it. And kind of a better version of it because it affects any AP. So I feel like we've almost maybe lost half of our Legion trait before the book has even come out, unless they factor that in somehow. So that might be annoying if it turns out to be one of those things, but it's a good ability at the end of the day, so I'm not going to complain. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, so I'm going to insert this in here, and if it feels a bit weird and disjointed, that's just why. This is not normally, these abilities are sort of capped. They'll be like, oh well, if it's AP -1 it turns to 0, and if it's AP -2 it turns to -1, and that's kind of it. That's where it ends. But the good thing about Armour of Contempt is that there's no cap on it. It works for AP -1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. It means that if you get hit by a las cannon, you'll be getting a 5+ save instead of a 6+ save. It means if you get hit by a power sword, again, you've got a 5+ save instead of a 6+ save. If you get hit by something AP4, you'll now actually have a 6+ save. This is really strong because, again, a lot of these rules, when they exist otherwise, I feel like they have a cap on them. I've seen them before. I think maybe Bastion or something for the Iron Warriors and that sort of thing. the Waller trait, you know, they tend to have a cap on them, and the fact that it's not just about, oh, you get to ignore AP -1, that would be good if Marines got to ignore AP -1, you know, just saying, oh, well, you know, what, heavy bolters, Reaper chain cannons, Orc choppers, Tau pulse rifles, that sort of thing, they're not as dangerous as they used to be. That would also be good, but the fact that it's everything, so, you know, anything, maybe it's a dark lance, bright lance, whatever, AP -3 or 4, you know, you wouldn't have got a save, or you'd have been down to a 6+ save. Now you're getting a nice 5 up or a nice 6 up. Means Terminators, for example, you're going to be getting a 4+ save against las cannons and other equivalents. You know, -3 down to 2, you're still going to be getting a 4+ save. That's really strong. Don't, you know, doubt Terminators make a comeback for Chaos at least recently, but, you know, maybe if you're playing different armies with Terminators, Dark Angels, so you've got your horrible transhuman ones that are always transhuman, and then you get this now, so even AP -3 is only putting you down to a 4+ armor save. Maybe they're even in cover, so you've still got a 3+ armor save, who knows. But I think this is really strong. I'm looking forward to my 1000 Sun specifically, because stacking this with All Is Dust, that's going to be incredible. Again, maybe even if they're in cover, especially, I think that stack's, not sure, I'll have to check it at the time, but you know, you'll still at least get +2 essentially, -1 AP, +1 armor save, you know, across the board, at least on your Rubric Marines. Really, really strong, really, really good. And I'm going to end the video there for today. I didn't, you know, I haven't got any tactical advice on this yet. I really just wanted to say that it's a good change. It's actually good news for a change. I'm not normally so positive about Games Workshop's announcements, and there are some that I've got feelings on that I'll make videos maybe tomorrow and the next day that I want to just have a good old complain about. But seeing as it's something I'm actually happy about for a change, I felt like I should really do a positive video, just saying how good it is. Again, though, it's a shame that it has to exist in the first place. I think that I'll go into this in a different video, because it's a whole video's worth of stuff to talk about. But it's really silly, the position they've got themselves in at the moment, where it's they've been just buffing and buffing and buffing new units in every codex that comes out, to the point where they've dug themselves in this ridiculous hole that they're having to, you know, literally make up special rules just to try to make Marines a bit less worthless in the face of all this power creep that's going on. But anyway, I'll leave it there for tonight. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will be making some more videos again soon.